You know, I've mentioned over and over again about how much I appreciate the Transformers community, whether it be YouTube or Facebook. I love this community. Granted, we have the occasional troll every now and then, but 90% of our community is full of great people. And let me give you an example. Last week, I reviewed Siege Soundwave. And during the review, I mentioned that I found the figure, but I couldn't find Ravage and Laserbeak. And when I canceled my pre-order for this figure, I lost my pre-order of Ravage and Laserbeak too. So I thought I was screwed. But a viewer of my videos, who's also a Facebook friend of mine, got in contact with me and said that he knew a guy that had a Ravage and Laserbeak. So he got me in touch with this guy got in touch with me, yada, 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 back and forth. As a result, I now have Ravage and Laserbeak and the Rescue Squad. So big shout out to Mike and a big shout out to Tim for selling these guys to me at cost. No scalper prices here. I got these at cost. Thank you very much. So for this review, it's time to get alarmed and take a look at the new Rescue Patrol. And welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. The first thing we'll do is take a look at the packaging. We see Red Heat and Stakeout in robot mode. That fantastic Siege artwork on top depicting them in their vehicle modes. Transformers to Karatomi, Transformers along the side. On the back is your product shots and shows their vehicle, robot, and weird weapon mode. Yeah, can't wait to see that one. But anyway, there is the packaging for the Rescue Patrol. Now let's take a look at the robots inside. Now let's start with the Rescue Patrol in vehicle mode first. Now when you do first open them out of the package, they do come with a nice set of instructions like the rest of the Siege figures. That is very well illustrated, so transforming these guys will be no problem whatsoever. But with them being Micromasters, it's no big deal anyway. The two figures you get with this set is Red Heat, the fire truck, and Stakeout, the police car. And we'll go ahead and take a look at Red Heat first. Red Heat is a Cybertronian fire truck and a remold repaint of the Micromaster Battle Squad member, Top Shot. But he's not really that good of a repaint or retool. Top Shot is one of my favorite Micromasters. He's got great paint applications, fantastic molded detail. I mean, this is a great looking vehicle. Top Shot, not so much. Prime example, look at the paint on the windows. On Top Shot, you can see the black painted in windows and the outlying frame with the windshield wipers. For Red Heat, they just painted the frame and the wipers blue to make the windows look bigger. So that's kind of lazy in my opinion. Now he does have a brand new top, which is supposed to be a ladder, which does have a pretty neat feature because you can flip this part out and make it a lot taller. So he can reach those high buildings, or I guess reach the waist of a deluxe Autobot. It of course can spin 360 degrees around, and another feature it has, you can add one of the blast effects to the tip, so his ladder can convert into a artillery cannon. So that's pretty much it for Red Heat in fire truck mode. Now we'll take a look at Stakeout. Stakeout, of course, is a police car, and I really like this guy. I think he looks really good. The paint details are fantastic. You got the red and white for the lights up top, Cybertronian writing for what I'm going to assume says police, Autobot symbol there on the front, so right there he's better than Red Heat, who doesn't even get one. Good painted windows all the way around, including the back glass. I like this guy. He's really cool. Got rolling wheels. And he actually rolls really well. So that's it for Stakeout in vehicle mode. Now for comparison, Here's the Siege Rescue Patrol with their Generation 1 counterparts. Now, in G1, Red Heat was named Red Hot, but I guess Frank decided not to let Hasbro use his name anymore. And here's the rest of the G1 Rescue Patrol, Sea-Watch, and Fix-It. Now moving on to transformation, we'll go ahead and do Red Heat first. He transforms just like Top Shot. We're going to take the ladder, flip around so we can flip the front forward, which brings up those little white sections, and flip all the way around, forming the feet and legs. Bring these white sections back. Those will make heel spurs. Then you're going to take the sides and just pull out and bring down, forming the arms. And then of course you can just flip the back around like so. There is Red Heat in robot mode. Lot of nice molded details. I love the looks on him, but he is the exact same as Top Shot. I mean, same molded details and everything. He does have a slightly different head sculpt, as you can see. But of course, much more painted details on Top Shot. So I don't know why they didn't like Red Heat the same as they did Top Shot. They just kind of went lazy with him. Articulation, arms can do a complete 360. His legs can move. His waist can swivel, and he has a knee bend. But mine has some awful loose legs. I mean, that's bad. I have a really hard time standing him up. So what I've had to do to display is bring the ladder down a little bit and give him his third leg. Yeah, that was juvenile. So now let's move on to Stakeout. Stakeout has a very simple transformation. Flip the back around and pop off both legs. This is something I was going to mention. His legs pop off so easy. Normally I would edit stuff out, but I'm all about the humor this morning. I got no legs. There we go. So once you have the legs reattached, take the front, bend over the back, and pull the arms out. And there you have Stakeout in robot mode. And he looks really good. I love the head sculpt, the face sculpt. I wish they could have gave him a painted visor, but at least his face is a different color than the rest of his head, which actually can turn. Barely get a hold of it, but the head can turn around. A lot of nice molded details on the front. Articulation, legs up and down all around. He does have a knee bend thanks to some ball joints, and arms can do a complete 360. They're on ball joints as well. I like his robot mode. The only fault really I have with him is that leg popping off issue. Now at first I thought he was a recolor of Road Handler, but there are no similarities between the two. So Stakeout is a completely different mold. So there you have it. There is Red Heat and Stakeout in robot mode. And now for comparison in robot mode, here is the Siege Rescue Patrol with their G1 counterparts and the rest of the Generation 1 Rescue Patrol. Just like the rest of the Siege Micromasters, the Rescue Patrol has a combined weapon mode, and the easiest way to get to that is to start in their vehicle forms first. First vehicle we're going to transform is Red Heat. Go ahead and rotate this out of the way and flip the front just like you're going to transform him to robot mode. Now once you get the legs out and around, you're going to twist at the waist and then put them back along the top. Now actually these white sections will slot in up top. So now you've got him looking like that. We're going to go ahead and turn the ladder back around, and that's it for Red Heat. For Stakeout, we're going to pop this little handle out from underneath, bend the hood up, and then on a double hinge it's going to go down. So you've got that look. Take the back of the car, and we'll do this ever so gently, not to pop those legs apart. Clip those together. Very fiddly. So there we go. We got those clipped together. And now you're going to take this peg, which will go into this hole, and supposedly those little tabs are going to line up, and there is there is weapon mode. I believe the package called that a salvage blaster, and I'm pretty sure it's named that because it is junk. And here we have poor Sideswipe demonstrating how this blaster is held. Due to the ladder underneath, he can only hold it with an outstretched arm. You cannot bend at the elbow. Now at least you can add the blast effects here on the quote barrels of the blaster. So you've got that look going on. But that is a mode I will never utilize. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys, I am very disappointed in this set. Red Heat is just a lazy repaint remold of a far superior figure, Top Shot. I mean, the mold's the same, but the paint applications are just lazy. Stakeout, I like him. He's a good robot, good car, but man, he pops apart nearly every time I transform him. Hasbro could have done a lot better. Of course, a little floor polish on those ball joints, and he'll be good to go. They just haven't impressed me at all. Except for right now, I just realized, not only are they Transformers Micromasters, they're a perfect 80s action knight. So there you go, guys. That is War for Cybertron Siege, Rescue Patrol, Red Heat, and Stakeout. So, does the Siege Micromaster Rescue Patrol belong in your collection? Only if you're a Siege completionist or a Micromaster fan. Other than that, these guys are an easy pass. Red Heat, he is a lazy repaint of a much better figure with the Battle Patrol's Top Shot. I mean, he doesn't do it for me. He doesn't even really look that much like a fire truck. Granted, it's supposed to be Cybertronian. He's just got too much of that Top Shot in him. Stakeout is a decent looking robot, a really good looking car, but I'm not a big fan of his Lieutenant Dan action feature. And I really don't see the sense in paying full price just for one figure. Plus, I can't even hold on to him. So yeah, you see these guys on the shelf, they're an easy pass. I'd save that money towards a Deluxe, a Voyager, or possibly one of the better figures coming out this summer. And guys, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. I try to upload 1 to 2 times a week, just depends on my schedule. Also, check out my new series, The Sit Rep, where I sit down with other Transformer collectors and we just discuss Transformers. I've had some pretty good episodes and some pretty big names, including Bert the Stormtrooper, the Collector 75, and Mike Case. Guys, this is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah! Hey, I really appreciate you guys stopping by my channel. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out some of my other videos that I've done on Generation 1 Transformers, Modern Era Transformers, and Toy Hacks Retro Label sets. Once again, this is Patriot Prime. Hooah!